Oh yes, they betrayed you, but help them still. Hi, how is everyone doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me at this moment. Here in Kenya, it's in the evening because it's few minutes past 4 p.m. and people are now working, going back home, the traffic and all that. And because I am in traffic, I want to take advantage of the slow movement and do this very brief video and just encourage someone. And I just want us to talk about our families, our relatives, our close relatives, and those that we call distant relatives, and people we come from the same family. And I've heard from so many people complaints that, oh, when I help my people, they later turn against me. Oh, when I help my people, they take it for granted. Oh, when I help my people, they get a lot of entitlement, and they don't even value the sacrifices I'm putting into helping them. I'm educating their kids, I'm building for them, I'm buying land for them, I'm feeding them, I'm literally like keeping them afloat. But they are not treasuring that. Instead of even saying thank you, they feel like it's an entitlement. They even sometimes go ahead and feel like you should have given much more than what you gave, and maybe what you gave was out of so much sacrifice that they do not know how much you sacrificed to even give them that what they see like it is little, you know. But the same, if you sacrificed and gave that little to somebody else, they are really so grateful. They are very appreciative. They pray for you, they bless you. But your own, they'll never see like you did anything. And at times even it is worse when you even make the sacrifices and you send to your people, maybe back home. For those people working abroad, you send money back home to support your people. They receive the money, but the minute they receive it, they don't even have the courtesy to just call back and say thank you, or even just to do a small appreciation text or an acknowledgement text to just let you know the money you sent got to me successfully. I have received it. I am happy. I am grateful. God bless you. Thank you for sorting out my rent. Thank you for doing some shopping for us. Thank you for helping my kids stay in school and paying their school fees. They don't do that. So you end up, it's hilarious because you end up, you're the person who sent that money, or sometimes you just send the money not necessarily because there's any need, but just because you feel they're your people, you love them, you are blessed, you want to share the little you have with them, you know. So you're not necessarily giving out of need, but you're giving out of love. And at times you feel discouraged because you are the person who have sent this money, but trust you me, you will have to end up being the person to go the extra mile, be the big person in the picture, drop all your ego, drop all your pride, and because it's your money involved anyway, you call them or you text them and you're like, hey, did you receive some money I sent you? And that's the time they'll say, oh yeah, actually I received, yeah. They'll even forget to say the smallest word, thank you. They will just like, oh yeah, I received it, yeah, I have the money now. Just the small word thank you will not be of any importance to them, will not mean anything to them. And at times we are like human beings, we get discouraged we get demoralized. Sometimes you even send them shoes. Sometimes you do Christmas shopping for them. Sometimes you really do so many things for them. You know, our people, I'm talking about our people, our relatives, our blood, our own blood. Sometimes you help them get employment, they will still talk behind your back. Sometimes you do this, you do that, you sacrifice here, you sacrifice there, they will still talk behind your back. They will still see you are not doing enough. They will still demonize you. That one time you fail to do it, they'll just do nasty things. They'll say nasty things about you. And at times, as human beings, we get to a place whereby now you really feel discouraged, you really feel torn apart, you really feel not appreciated, you really feel taken for granted, and you're like, no, I'm also a human being. I'm never gonna help them again. I'm never going to sacrifice for them. I'm never going to send money for them. I'm never getting any of them unemployment. I'm never giving anybody connections and networks. I'm never going to. And it's okay, because you're not superhuman. You and me are not superhuman. You are just being human. You are just being you. You are just being yourself. Anybody taken for granted will not be all smiling and all happy. When taken for granted, when not appreciated, you feel bad. And I think this is what my mentor, my mentor, I know people have been following me, they know my mentor, my mentor is none other than Saint Mother Teresa. And Saint Mother Teresa one time said that there is, in this world, there is so much hunger for appreciation than there is for bread. In this world, there is so much hunger for appreciation than there is for bread. And so, what it is, when people fail to appreciate you, you end up feeling so bad. You end up feeling so demoralized. You end up feeling drained and feeling like I never ever want to do anything for them. I'm gonna pack for a few minutes so that I can finish this with you. Then I can step out to what I was supposed to go and do. And you feel literally so demoralized. And you feel, I don't want this. I'm not going to do this again. I'm not going to be there for them. The nasty thing they said about me, the things they did, and blah, 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 and all that. And it's okay. It's okay, because you are a human being. But I want to give a very brief story about this. And the story I'm going to give to encourage you is a story about Joseph. We all know Joseph, okay? And Joseph was sold by his own brothers. Joseph was sold by his own brothers. I read that story about Joseph and I was actually amazed that by the time these brothers are selling Joseph, Joseph was sent by his daddy, and he was told, please go to the field and find out where your brothers are grazing. Are they okay? Are they doing well? And then bring back the report to me. And the good Joseph went to check if they are okay, if they are doing okay in the field where they were taking care of the sheep. And trust you me, when these brothers saw Joseph from a far distance, they actually started plotting. How can we kill Joseph? How can we finish him? My father loves him so much. He's my father's favorite. How can we end his life? See, can you see that controversy? Joseph is there far away, coming to them with good news to come and check. Are my brothers okay? My brothers, oh my God. So Joseph had to sacrifice the time, maybe because maybe he was a small boy, maybe he was playing, or maybe he was doing some personal errands there at home. He had to sacrifice all that be sent by the father, obey the father, to go to the field. And actually, when you read that story about Joseph, you will see Joseph went, and where he thought they were grazing is actually not where they were. So he started getting worried and started asking, where are they? And he found somebody who told them, I heard them say they are going to graze at a certain place, so go check them there. So the good Joseph again sacrifices to go the extra miles, like you and me sacrifice to go extra miles to go and do good to our people. So Joseph was like you and me. Joseph sacrificed the extra mile, went to find out where my brothers grazing, so that I see if they are okay, if they are all doing fine, and if they are doing well, I report back to my daddy that they are all okay. But they see this person from a distance, the person who is carrying a heart of love, a heart of sympathy, a heart of, I want to know whether my brothers are okay. Like the way you carry your family in your heart. Are they okay? Do they have food? Do they go to school? Is their house paid? Are they seeing a doctor? Are they okay? Like that's what we think about our own. Are they okay? And that's what was in Joseph, a heart of love, a heart of sympathy, a heart of empathy, a heart of, this is my people, I need to care for them. But them that he is calling his own, them that he is calling his people, are busy. When they saw him from a distance away, that is what the story says. When they saw him from a distance away, they started plotting of how to kill him. They started saying, no, my father loves him so much. No, he has to die. No, we have to end his life so that he is forgotten. No, we shall kill him. And then we shall kill one sheep and, and blood his clothes and go tell our daddy that some wild animals killed him. But one of the brothers said, no, let us not take his life on our hands. Let us not take his own blood with our own hands. Let us throw him in a cistern. Let us throw him in a pit, and there he will die by himself, because he will not come out, and then we shall tore his clothes and blood the clothes with one of the sheep's blood, and we shall go tell our daddy that actually he died. And they threw him in a pit. And then they thought, from a distance, they saw some people coming, those people who are buying slaves. And they were like, oh, we can sell him and get some money. That's a good business. Look at this. This boy innocently was having the good of his family in his heart. He was thinking good about them. He was having them carrying their burden, but them they are doing all these evil things, plotting all these evil things against him. My good God, what a selfish generation. And they sold him away for a few coins. They sold him away. And so now, after selling him away, what they did, they actually did like they said. They tore the clothes, they blooded it with the sheep's blood, and they took it to the father. And then they were telling the father, oh, your son has died. Oh, some wild animal came and killed him. Oh, and all that. But his father's spirit refused. Somehow his father's spirit refused. And his father mourned his son's excessively, until now the Bible says he mourned, and he was being told by the other people, please stop mourning him, he's already dead. And he would tell them, I want to mourn until I join my son in death. And the story goes on. We all know about that story. And Joseph was sold, and he went and worked in Potiphar's house, where now we know the story of how the Potiphar's wife wanted to sleep with him, but Joseph had to run away, and then Joseph ran away and he went to another place. And we all know that story until now, where now God started coming through for Joseph. And the king did not have anybody to interpret his dream. The king slept and dreamt, but he didn't have anybody among his wise people who could interpret exactly what the dream is about. Until Joseph was sent for, and Joseph came and precisely, accurately interpreted the king's dream, and that really impressed the king. So when you are in the business of doing good and they're doing bad to you, God still have you in mind, and God still can figure out a way of blessing you because of the good, because of your good heart, because of your sympathy, because of your empathy, because of how you really cared for them. Now see how God started working it out for Joseph. God started turning the tables for Joseph. So the king was very happy when Joseph interpreted his dream, and he was extremely happy that he promoted Joseph to become the prime minister of that government. The prime minister of that government. You know, that's a big person in the government. And we know the story. So when John raised to that high level, when Joseph raised to that high level of the prime minister, that heart that he still had when he was going to know whether his brothers are doing well is still in him. It's still in him. And he's still thinking, now I'm the prime minister. I can control government resources. I can make decisions in government. I am rich. I am wealthy. I have what it takes. How about my father? How about my family? How about my brothers? There is hunger. There is drought in the land. How are they living? How are they surviving? And the loving Joseph sent for the brothers, and the brothers came. When the brothers came, he identified them. We know all that story, but them, they could not identify him. And all what Joseph was interested in was helping them, you know. And Joseph helped them. After doing all they did for him, Joseph helped them. Later, he identified himself to his family because they had forgotten about him. To them, he was dead, he was gone and never to come back. They had buried him in his mind. But he still found it in his heart to forgive them and still help them an extra mile. What am I saying and where am I going to with this story? I know somebody watching here is heartbroken by something that your family members did to you. After all you did to them, they did this to you. After all you did to them, they betrayed you. After all you did to them, they messed up your life. But I want you to know all the help that you have been sending to your family members, it is never in vain. All the support you've been giving them is never in vain. Maybe they have abused you. They have taken you for a fool. They have taken you for a stupid person. They have taken your kindness for stupidity. They have messed you up. They have betrayed you. They have done bad things. But I want to encourage you. It has not been escaping God's attention. All the good things you show them, all the love you show them, all the empathy you show them, it has not been escaping God's attention. See, Joseph, all the good things he was doing to his brothers all this time, would think it's stupidity, would think it's in vain, only to come and realize God was waiting for the right time to bless Joseph and raise Joseph to the highest level of being the prime minister. And when Joseph rose to that high level, he chose to forgive. He chose to forgive his blood, his relatives, his brothers, and still helped them an extra mile. So you are there, you are discouraged, you are demoralized, you are torn into pieces, you are drained, you have no energy to do any more extra thing. Please, breathe in, breathe out, calm down. You know, like, just breathe in and breathe out. Again and again, breathe in, breathe out. Again and again, breathe in, breathe out. Because it is God who has given you the ability. It is God that has given you the resources. It is God that has given you what you have in your hands to keep helping them. The only thing I want you to do, stop expecting appreciation from them. Step up expecting them to praise you, to hold you with high regards, to pay you back. Stop expecting all that, because the more you expect it, the more it hurts you. Stop expecting them to be good back to you like you are being good to them. You will do good to them, they'll be evil to them. Jesus was good to us, we were evil to him. Stop expecting those good things to them and start now aligning your mind and saying, now I want to deal me and God. Anytime I do a good thing to them, I will be doing a new prayer and I will be telling God, God, I have done that for your own glory. Bless me in your own ways. And God will have ways to bless you. If God had ways to bless Joseph, to a point there was no wise man who could interpret king's dream, there is going to be a way God is going to bless you and reward your kindness, reward your goodness. When I picked my 3 girls from the slum, all of you know that I am a foster mother of 3 girls that I rescued from the slum because they were being molested, sexually molested by their father, and they don't have a mother. And today they are my beautiful foster daughters. When I picked them, the narration many people would come to me with, they would like, you are sacrificing for these babies. You're giving your all for these babies. You are literally like turning your life upside down for these babies. You are making crazy sacrifices for these babies. Once they grow up, once they become big, they will never even remember you. They will never even come back to appreciate you. They'll never, and oh my God. And I would be given even real life case scenarios. And I would be told, Gladys, listen. I did this, they did this. I did this, they did this. This person did this to so-and-so. So-and-so did this to them, on the contrary. And the case scenarios looked so real. And I was like, ooh, I don't want to be another statistics. I don't want to add to the data. But I said, I'm gonna pray to the living God. I'm gonna pray to the living God because he's the one who has given me the grace to do this work, the grace to take care of these girls, the grace to be the foster mother of these children, the grace to be the custodian of these 3 girls. I'm gonna trust God that everything I'm doing for them, my expectation is not set on these girls. My expectation is set on the Most High God, that God is going to reward my work. God is going to reward my hard work. God is going to reward my parenthood to them. God is going to reward the mother's love I've given them. God is going to reward my kindness to them. God is going to reward all the sacrifices I do for these 3 girls, not the girls rewarding me. I know God will bless them. My prayer is that I cancel what those friends were telling me, and I said, that is not my portion in Jesus' mighty name. My girls shall grow. They shall be responsible. They shall be appreciative. They shall be thankful. They shall come back to me. They shall say, thank you, mommy. They shall see God in it. They shall be used by God even to bless many more others. That is not my portion, that I will just do 0 work. God, I have a covenant with God. He will bless my parenthood. And my parenthood is not only to my biological, but also to these foster ones that I'm fostering. So I'm here to encourage you and to encourage myself. As Joseph never gave up on his people to help them, let us not give up helping those that God has put in our line to help. It is not them to appreciate us. It is not them to reward us. It is not them to see the good in us. It is not them to be good to us because we have been good to them. It is God to bless and reward you and me. So raise up. Don't be discouraged. Don't stop doing good. When you stop doing good, you might miss out on the blessings. Well, you might miss out on God. You might miss out on all the previous goodness you have done for years and years. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep doing good. Keep being kind. Keep helping where you can. The Bible says that in James, in the book of James, that when you can see When you can see a need in somebody and you don't help, then that is sin. So if you can be able to see the help that somebody needs and you're in a position to help and you don't help, that is equivalent to sin. Okay? So kindly, don't give up. Don't give up. I know it is hard. It has happened to me. I'm not telling you a story from the blues or from the skies or from the vacant space. I'm telling you something I've experienced. I've helped my people. They have talked behind my back. They have done bad things to me. They have gone not the way I expected them to go. They have done things not the way I expected them to do. They have said things that reached my ears and discouraged me after all the sacrifices I made. But in my heart, after now, I got the revelation that I'm giving you. I said, it is my business to continue being kind. It is my business to continue being good. It is my business to continue helping. And it is God's business to know when and where and how to bless me. Like how he knew when and where and when to bless Joseph. So for me, I stopped. Whenever now I do something for a family member, I said I will not stop helping them. If I hear somebody is in need and I'm in a position, I will help. I will forget all the nonsense that happened and said from them. Because it is not them to bless me. It is not them to reward me. It is not them to appreciate me. It is my maker, my God. Whenever I hear a need, I am quick. I help if I'm in a position. And I tell God, you have seen, you know how, when and where to bless me. So wake up, raise up, breathe in, breathe out, and continue being good, continue doing good, because as God remembered Joseph, he will remember you. And one last one as I finish, because I want to be giving very brief videos with lessons to help us have our mental wellness on check and good. Please, as God blessed Joseph, maybe you are blessed to keep your family afloat. You are blessed for the reason that your family receives help from you. Because maybe even God is not happy with them. Maybe even God is not pleased with the things they do and how they carry about life. And God says, I cannot send this help. I want them to get directly to them. I can only give them to Rachel. I can only give them to George. I can only give them to you to be the channel for them to reach, for the blessings to reach them. So maybe the one of the reasons why God has blessed you is because in that family, he sees you are the faithful one. In that family, you are the one that when he blesses you, that blessing will reach them. Because if he blesses one of them, that one of them cannot even allow that blessing to reach another one of them. So it is you who is a good channel for God to use, a good platform for God to use, because God trusts you so much. God sees that you're faithful enough that when he blesses you, that blessing will reach them. So don't block it, because when you block it, you're going to annoy God. And when you annoy God, you're going to miss your blessings. So raise above their insults. Raise above their discouragement. Raise above the things they did and they demoralized you. Raise above that and say, now here it is me and God. God, I have done it, reward me. God, I have done it, bless me. God, I've done it. You know how to reward me. And leave it to God. He knows how to do it. So just as Joseph never revenged, never fought back, never bragged against the brothers. Now you see, you did this to me. See how God has blessed me. See how God has raised me. See how God has promoted me. And now it is your time to show off. And it is your time to step on them and make them feel little and small. It is your time to pay back. It is your time to revenge. It is your time to step on their heads. It is your time to make them feel the pain they made you feel. Stop that. Please stop that. Leave it to God. How God will deal with them, leave it to God. If in a position, do it. Maybe what I can say, because you're also human and I'm also human, and there are times I also get so hurt to a point I withdraw. and look for things from a distance. What I can advise, for some time, maybe you can just step aside as you breathe in and breathe out. Just step aside and re-energize, rejuvenate, and slowly come back and help them if they still need your help, and if you're in a position to help them, and if God has given you the resources to be able to help them. This message is for you and for me, because I've equally gone through it. But now I am encouraging myself. It is not them to bless me, it is God to bless me. God bless you so much, and be the Joseph of your family. Be the Joseph of your family, regardless of how hard it has been, how discouraging. I know I'll see in the comment section people telling me, oh Gladys, you have no idea. Mama girls, you don't know what you're talking about. I did this, they did this. I did this, they did this. I did this, they said this. I did this, they betrayed me. And people can count and count and count, and I know I will see that in the comment section. And I understand. But I leave you with this point. It is not them to bless you, it is God. So the amazing thing for you to do is just to breathe in, breathe out. Go help them and leave it to God. I love you all, and let's keep it here at Touching Lives Through Love. Promise me you're going to like this video, because the minute you like this video, you are telling Google, hey Google, hey you YouTube, there's a nice video here, we are liking it, we are giving it a thumbs up. And when you give it a thumbs up, it makes YouTube recommend it to many more other people to watch. So promise me you're gonna like our video. Promise me you're gonna comment down there, because oh my God, I'm always excited reading your comments, and I try my best to reply to them. Promise me that you're going to subscribe to our channel Touching Lives Through Love, and turn on that notification bell, so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be among the very first people to see that video and to get notified that there's a new video to watch. God bless you, and let's keep it here at Touching Lives Through Love. Love you.